Well, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of SW Answers. Before we get into this week's episode, I just want to say a huge shout out to my members, DirectorKW, Matteo, GLE, and Swipey. If you guys want to support me more than you already are just by watching these videos, then please hit that join button to find out more. But without further ado, let's get straight into this episode. The first question actually comes in from one of my members, DirectorKW, and he asked if we could see in the future either $30 or $15 battle packs, which would I prefer? And I would have to go with the 15. I used to love those $15 battle packs. I think we all did. I think everyone misses them, and they're not the best ones on shelves right now. I know they're still around, but hopefully they will come back with a bang very soon in the future. Let me know which you prefer in the comment section down below, whether you'd like the 501st battle pack sort of style, or whether you'd like those old sort of smaller battle packs to have more figs for your price. So brickfreak asked how I'm liking the new setup, and honestly I am loving it. It's a really sick new room. I've still got loads of stuff I need to do. I need to have another desk here to my side, as well as some more shelves and that sort of thing to go in the backgrounds and stuff like that. But yeah, we're getting very close to completing my LEGO room, and when it is done I will be doing a full room tour, obviously. So yeah, but it's been really good. I've got plenty of space to build mocks and decal and that sort of thing, so it's really useful, and I've got quite a decent setup at the moment, and I think it's coming along quite nicely. Let me know what you think of this setup as well in the comment section, guys, and also don't forget to comment your question for next week's episode in the comment section so I can answer it in the next video. So Vestal asked if I could remake any Clone Wars set, what would it be? And it would have to be the ATOT Dropship. I know it's an amazing set, but there are a few things that are slightly sort of outdated on that set. I know it's very similar to the 2008 gunship, and I used to have that set, and it wasn't the most sturdy ship, so I can imagine it's very similar to that, so I could definitely see them remaking that, and I think that would be absolutely fantastic. He also said, would I like to see one whole year of Clone Wars sets? And I think that would be quite cool, but I would rather just see a sort of mixture, maybe like a couple sets from the sequels, a couple sets from the originals, and then a couple sets from the Clone Wars, and then whatever relevant TV show is coming out at the very time. I think this would be a really good way to mix it up and please all of the fan base at once. So Cheap for Life asked what my goal is for how many decaled figs I want to do by the end of 2021, and this is just genuinely something I've never thought about. At the moment I'm probably producing around 10 figs a week, maybe at most. So I guess, well, we got like at least another 6 months, 8 months left of the year. So I think I could definitely produce a ton more figs. I want to focus more on doing a lot of AV for my collection. I'd love to sort of maybe have around 20 to 30 more AV figs under my belt by the end of the year, and then probably at least another 40 or 50 Jonak figs as well for commissions, as well as some for my personal collection as well by the end of 2021. As always, if you want to order a fig, DM me on Instagram and I can definitely commission it for you. So speaking of custom clones, Meteor asked, have you seen the new Minifig Customs figs, and what do I think of them and what would I recommend? I have, and I think they're really good. He came out with some really cool new figs on Minifig Customs. If you guys want to go check it out, I'll leave a link down below, and my code is SWBricks10 to get 10% off. But yeah, those commandos are very tempting. I'm so tempted to buy some more commandos. I actually just bought some more shock trooper bodies. I know they're not the new figs, but they look really cool, as well as some of his newer style clones when he's using the new CAC helmets. I think they look really good as well, so I definitely would recommend picking up any of the new stuff. He also has a brand new Hound body coming out very soon, so that's a little sneak peek for you guys in the next couple of weeks. That should be on his website. So Cheese asked what the hardest fig I've ever decaled is. He mentioned the fox there. I didn't actually do the fox because that was just a bit too hard for me. The hardest one I've probably done myself would probably have to be potentially the trauma I did. I did mess up a little bit of it when it was sealing. My mum knocked the figs all on the floor and ruined a couple of the pieces, so I don't have the full fig, but what I did do was actually quite hard. The helmet was pretty tricky, as well as some of the body as well. However, most of the other figs I have done have been pretty similar. They've all been sort of like very standard phase 2 clones that have very similar sort of markings and stuff like that, and very similar sort of amount of decal. So they've all been pretty simple figs. They just take a lot of time to do in general. So Peter asked, do you think we'll get a lot of sets based off of the Bad Batch TV show, or do you think we'll just get 1 or 2 sets? And I honestly can't see them making more than maybe 3 sets at very most. I mean, how many did we get from The Mandalorian? Not that many. We got a Brickheads, as well as maybe like 4 or 5 other sets. It's really not that many sets, and I think it's going to be similar to the Bad Batch. I mean, if it is very popular, we could see them bringing out sets in the future as well, especially if there's a season 2 that will come out. But honestly, who knows? I think we could literally only even see the shuttle, maybe potentially. I know that's the only one that's rumored so far, but we could, yeah, literally only see 1 or 2 sets. I would not be surprised at all. Kid Lego Legend asked a really awesome question. He said, if you had to have all of your Republic vehicles in one Legion sort of like color scheme, what would it be? I would have to go probably 501st. I mean, I've already got a 501st gunship, ATT, ATRTs, Republic 5 tank barge speeder, so I pretty much am already there with that, but I do love the sort of like base design as well. I know it's not really a Legion, so I can't really choose that, but if I had to choose one, it would be the 501st. Essentially, if I had to choose one that wasn't the 501st, I would go with the Munilist 10. I know it's not really a Legion, but it's a very, very cool style of gunships and that sort of thing. As well as the Wolfpack, I think they're really cool. They've kind of got a minimalistic design that we saw in the Clone Wars with just a little bit of a different coloring to the original model, and I think that looks really, really awesome. So Base Bro asked, if I wasn't into Star Wars, would I still collect Lego such as Harry Potter, etc.? I don't think I would. I mean, potentially. I haven't really got anything that I'm as passionate about as Star Wars, and it definitely fits well together with the sort of love for Lego and the love for Star Wars at the same time. I mean, it's really sort of a passion that drives itself. Kind of like my love for Star Wars drives my love for Lego and vice versa. So I guess probably I wouldn't be into Lego if I wasn't into Star Wars. So Sergeant Hound says, this is a very, very hard question. Why does Lego make sets nobody asked for? And honestly, Sergeant Hound, I cannot tell you. They genuinely have a mind of their own. I genuinely just don't understand the decisions Lego come to. It makes absolutely no sense for me. I'm afraid I can't answer that one. Sergeant Hound asked, who would I prefer, Thorn or Fox? And I would have to say, I know it's controversial, but I might actually go with Fox. Fox is so cool to look at. They're both really, really sick figs, or sick clones in general, but I think Fox just has that really awesome style of clone armor. However, his ranking slightly goes down because of his action, so maybe we'll put Thorn above him because he was a badass as well with that final last stand. So Lego Star Wars Productions asked, if I was the CEO for Lego, what would I do specifically for Lego Star Wars? And I would generally just listen to the fans more, try and connect more with the fans, try and form sort of like a better bond with the fans, especially those who are sort of like main representatives of the fans. I would sort of maybe ask for their input into sets and stuff like that and really connect with them, ask them what's going well with the community, or just even watch their videos and understand, see what's going well with the community, where their critiques are and how we can improve the company from there, because genuinely Lego just seem to not listen to anything the community says, and they could definitely make huge progress if they actually listen to what we say. And that's something they could even just do for free. They could literally watch like Ebenar's videos or any of those people that are at the top there, watch what they critique and literally just improve those. They don't even have to pay them, they don't even have to reach out to them, they just have to listen to what the fans are saying. Simply Star Wars asked if I think there'll ever be arm printing on every figure, and I think this is just something we'll never see. I think it probably is just a little bit of a step too far. I don't know why Lego is so inconsistent with them, why they pick and choose which figs have arm printing and which figs don't. I think it would be quite cool if we did sort of see them just have arm printing on every fig, but I don't think that's very realistic, and I think that's sadly something that we're never going to see. So Kevin asked what a video is that I look back on and think is really cringy, and I generally don't think there are many videos that I really cringe at. I do have some old videos from 2016 that I never ever posted, from before my dark age. If you guys want to see that, then leave a like on today's video and let me know in the comments, but I think those were very cringy. But the ones that I've put out on my channel now, I don't think they're really that cringy. There are some that I like are terrible. There are so many videos that are really not very good, and I definitely wasn't very confident at talking in those first videos, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily cringy. I think they were sort of like a way to get to this point right now, and I definitely got a long way to go before I even very happy with the way I produce my videos and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm definitely not really that sort of cringed out by my old videos. Let me know, is there any videos that you have found on my channel that you think are just like completely rubbish and you don't really like? Let me know that in the comment section down below. Interesting question from Blobby right here. He says, do you think base plates will become actual larger plates? And I think this is somewhere Lego is going. I've heard rumors that they might be retiring base plates, which is weird. I'm sort of on the fence with this one because base plates are really good for mock building, but then again, they don't really fit into the Lego system. They are sort of like half an actual plate, which just doesn't make sense. I don't know why Lego didn't just do full plates. I guess it's cheaper to produce those big base plates, but like if you were buying a 48 by 48 plate, it'd be a lot more expensive and a lot bigger than a 48 by 48 base plate, I think, because it's just so much thicker and it's so much more costly to produce, I guess. But I think it would be quite cool to see base plates sort of fitting into the Lego system, and it would make it a lot easier to sort of use in mocks and that sort of thing. Also, the base plates, you can't actually connect bricks to the bottom of them, so I think this would be something Lego definitely could improve on. A very specific question from Matthew. He says, what do I think of Brickfreak and mbreak Productions? And I've definitely only ever sung praises for these two guys. I think they're both fantastic decalers, especially Brickfreak. I've never had one of mbreak's figs, but they look amazing. I know him quite well. Both mods on the channel, and yeah, both really nice guys, and I definitely would recommend hitting up both of them. If you're in the US for commissions, hit up mbreak. If you're in the UK, hit up Brickfreak for sure. Another question from Sergeant Hound, and he asked Boba or Mando, and I would have to go with Boba. He's just the OG, you know, like the nostalgia is just there way more for Boba in my opinion than the Mando. I think Mando is really cool as well, and I think he's his own sort sort of character and a lot more fleshed out and a lot more sort of like has a lot better personality and stuff like that than we saw from Boba Fett, especially in the original trilogy, but I'd have to go Boba for sure. Commander Rookie asked what I think of the 2003 Clone Wars, and the other day when it came onto Disney Plus, I actually binged the entire show in about a couple hours. I think it's not too long. I think it's a good show. I think it's cool, but there's not much storyline and there's not much dialogue and that sort of thing. There's a lot of action. I think it's quite cool, but I definitely think it's nowhere near comparison. But I do think it's nowhere near comparable to the new style Clone Wars. So this is a question from Ben Bricks, and I think I've answered this before. He says, would you rather have no Lego or no channel? And I definitely think I would go with having no channel but having all my Lego. I think I do love sharing all the stuff, and I think it goes hand in hand. I don't think I would be as into Lego right now if I didn't have my channel. I love posting about it. I love sharing my content and that sort of thing. So it definitely helps me to sort of be more inspired to produce content, especially with regards to like my Lego and stuff. But I think personally, I would rather be able to still keep my Lego and stuff. It is a bit more of a passion to me, but I do love having my channel as well. I don't think I would be so much into YouTube and that sort of thing if it wasn't for Lego, but then I wouldn't be as into Lego if it wasn't for YouTube. So again, it's kind of a thing that is hard to separate for sure. Mori asked, what is the best place to find 501st Battle Packs for sale in the UK? I've seen them for sale on Amazon and Argos, I think. I think you can also get them from Smith's, but I don't know whether I've seen them on sale there. But those are probably the best two places, Amazon and Argos. You just got to wait for a deal, really. So Nico asked what my thoughts on the new Bad Batch trailer is, and do I have any predictions for the show? I think possibly this is going to only be a one-season show. I think we could potentially even see the Bad Batch dying at the end of the series. I don't know. That's just a little rogue prediction right there from me. I don't know whether that's going to be based on any facts or anything. That's just a thought, the prediction that popped into my head. If you want to see more about my thoughts of the Bad Batch, I actually am making a video that should be out later this week on the Bad Batch, talking about the minifigs that might go up or down in value because of the Bad Batch TV show, and I definitely give some more input and thoughts on the Bad Batch shuttle leaks and that sort of thing in that video. So if you want to check that out, it'll be linked in the top corner when that video is out. But that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of SW Answers. Again, it's a few weeks delayed, but I do apologize, and we will try and get back to a more consistent upload schedule with this SW Answers. I've just been a bit sort of like on and off for this one, but I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to leave your comments and questions down below in the comment section for next episode, and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and have a fantastic rest of your day. Goodbye.